you all heard the story, but it's making headline news. You have a Texas judge suspended for allegedly abusing ecstasy, coke, weed, and hiring prostitutes from Backpage. All this is alleged from a bitter lover who is not with the judge anymore, and basically have come out and said that this judge was partaking in some serious things and also using the bailiff in the courtroom, describing coke as cookie dough and Skittles as ecstasy for the judge to confiscate. I mean, not the judge, for the bailiff to confiscate drugs, as if I guess they was going to use it or something like that to that magnitude. But this is what's floating around the news, and this comes out of no surprise, Texas, of course, Harris County to be exact. And I'm finna read a little bit to y'all and give my opinion as it go, because there's a lot to this story. It's very crazy, which it seems like it's an attack on black judges in America. Remember the judge in Chicago that wound up dead? Now also remember the New York judge, the woman that was I think was a Muslim that wound up dead. They found her in I think that was the Hudson River or something like that. But it just seemed like for the last year, it's been an attack on judges all around this country, of women judges of color, and to me, not just women, but people of color, and to me that just seems very strange. So let me go and read this real quick, and we'll give an opinion as we read. Now it says a Harris County judge was suspended without pay for allegations of drug abuse and other misconduct. On Friday, the Texas Supreme Court made the ruling of Hillary H. Green, Justice of the Peace for Precinct 7. I was a little surprised, obviously disappointed and puzzled, because there was substantial constitutional issues raised before the court, but it ruled without argument, a ruling that didn't address any of the arguments that Judge Green put forth, which we thought was unusual, explained Chip Babcock, Green's attorney. Now, Babcock said Green did admit to using cough syrup without a prescription 3 years ago for respiratory problems and before she would go to sleep, but never took it on the bench. Now, pause right there. Now, she admitted to taking cough syrup. Cough syrup is not illegal to take. The last time I heard about it, but now we know Texas and especially Houston is known for what they call quote unquote lean, that purple drink and everything else that everybody across this country done took hold 2 years later, because it's been in Houston like forever. You know, people like DJ Screw made it popular, Lil Kiki, Slim Thug, now Paul Wall, Chameleonaire, guys like that. Basically, and yeah, Pimp C, they made the drink cool. Now that's what a lot of people do in Texas is they would take it and mix it with Sprite. I've seen some mix it with Jolly Rancher and a few more other things that we're not going to say. But anyway, so it's no surprise that they would use that also, because you don't have to have a prescription to get cough syrup. I mean, if you got a scratch in your throat, or you got bad coughing or respiratory problems, shouldn't you be able to go to Walmart, CVS, Walgreens, whatever have you, whatever's buy you some for your cough and suppress it? Let me know. Anyway, let's continue. He said, based on Friday's decision, Green's odds are not high that she could ever come back to the bench as a judge, and they are considering their options. She's got several options. She can go back to the Supreme Court and reconsider. She can go back to the commission and go through their procedure, which would likely mean an appointment of a judge for trial. But this order today effectively means that she'll lose her job unless the Supreme Court reconsiders, explained her attorney Babcock. Now, let's pause right there. Now, do you think they will reconsider? I don't think so, because it's been so much stuff going on, if you pay attention to the news and to these judges, that it's very ironic that they would make these allegations, which there's no videotape, which there's no audio, which is just basically hearsay, to ruin this woman. So this goes to show you, when this old saying that they have in this country, you're innocent until proven guilty, that's a lie, because you're guilty till you're proven innocent. That's why they hold your butt in jail or something else, and make you pay a bond, which is totally against the law and against your due process. If you know the law, you know what I'm saying? How can you get out and fight what they charging you with if you don't have no money? So it's all due process and everything else, but you have to know the law to pretty much know about all that and the legalities of it. Now, anyway, the popular judge was re-elected and won with the majority of the votes in the last election, even after the allegations surfaced. So the allegations been out for a while, and she still ran and she still won. A lot of people ain't happy with that, and we know how things play in Texas. And people from Texas know I'm telling the truth. You see what I'm saying? It's totally different with politics. Now I'm gonna tell you this right here. If you remember the movie Oh Brother Where Art Thou with George Clooney, if you remember the people that was running, one of them happened to be a Klansman that was running for I think it was governor, yeah. And you had the other guy that was kind of overweight, looked like Boss Hog off of Dukes of Hazzard. For those of you who remember that show, it's kind of set up that way. It's like a minstrel show. It's like a soap opera basically. So anything bound to happen, and I'm sure a lot of people there in Texas, in Houston, was mad at this woman made judge. You know, she won her reelection to be a judge, even after the allegations came out. So I'm sure a lot of people wasn't happy with that. And if you watch the movie or Brother Wild Out, you know the games and some of the schemes that they would play if you pay attention to the movie. So let's continue. Now, according to the court documents earlier this year, Green's former bodyguard claimed Green obtained drugs from her courtroom bailiff. Now, not her bodyguard, her boyfriend, from her courtroom bailiff. So now he's implementing not only the judge but the bailiff also, and stated that the two used code words in their text messages, including nuts and bolts to describe uh, Tushnex, cookie dough to describe cocaine, Skittles to describe ecstasy. So he's breaking down. He's basically singing like a mockingbird, spilling all the beans and every damn thing else. Like I say, now she does not have a substance abuse problem, and the commission isn't alleging that she does. These allegations are stemming from somebody who is vowing to destroy her in her career. This is what people do when they can't get you the right way. They try to get you the backdoor way, lie on you, or try to build a case on you, as we say. You know what I'm saying? We say build a case. That means they're trying to find a way to bring you down, and that's what they do. They even do the same thing on social media if you let them. That's why you got to keep pushing back and keep fighting, because you got to stand strong, because you got to have a lot of people jealous of your success. You feel me? Now let's continue. Now it says these allegations are stemming from somebody being her disgruntled ex-lover who is vowing to destroy her and her career. It's more than 4 years ago for the most recent allegation. Now that's been years ago. Now why would they bring it back up now? Think about that. And it stretches 7 or 8 years. It goes back even 7, 8 years. So if they telling you to go back 7 or 8 years, this probably been going on for like ever since she became a judge. You never know about the allegations, because I'm sure a lot of those people was mad that this woman was a judge. You see what I'm saying? If you know how Texas roll. So anyway, her attorney said this, Babcock, in May. In a May interview, when the allegations surfaced, according to documents in a sworn affidavit, Green's former boyfriend claimed he and Green used the website Backpage.com to hire prostitutes on 2 occasions. Now, why would a judge, unless she's a lesbian, use Backpage.com? Is that something? I never heard of a woman going on Backpage. Not saying that they have, because I'm sure lots of them don't have. But isn't it very strange that not only you going to sit up here and say that she's basically a dope head and she used all kinds of drugs and cough medicine, now she's out here soliciting prostitutes when she's a woman. So she's basically trying to get the same thing she got. Cool, fine, we'll go with that. But to say that she used Backpage.com, and her boyfriend also stated that she paid a woman in Houston $150 for sexual services, because they high out there. If you go on Westheimer, Bissonnet, or whatever else, trust me, them jokers right there, they'll run up to your car talking about $100, $200, and you just got to burn out. If you don't burn out, trust me, one time 12 gonna get behind you and try to say that you out here trying to pick up prostitutes, freaks. You feel what I'm saying? So anyway, it says that she offered a woman, well, she paid a woman $150 in Houston, and also hired another prostitute in Austin and paid her $200. So Austin making more money than Houston off of selling it. So anyway, why would somebody make those allegations against a female talking about Backpage.com? Do that make any sense to you? Can't you see the case being built? Anyway, Babcock said those allegations are false and plans to argue that Green can't be removed from office because the alleged incidents occurred before November 2016, which is when she was reelected to office. So basically, they stuck between a rock and a hard place. And it also says hashtag scandalous. There's really no other way to put it, but there are allegations. Like I said, allegations allegedly, said KPRC 2 legal analyst Brian Rice. And like any other allegation, in any kind of case where someone's life or liberty or freedom or future is at stake, we have to reserve judgment until these allegations are proven to the satisfaction of the people who are above our pay grade, which means the higher court, your Supreme Court. Now, You can pretty much see it, and it goes on a little bit further, but I'm not gonna read all that. But if you cannot tell that it's a war going on, a silent war, this is what they call a silent war, and it's basically showing that anybody can be touched, no matter who you are. If you're a guy jaywalking down the street to all the way to a judge, it's like it's no boundaries no more. And I'm not saying that a lot of these judges and a lot of these people that's in the upper echelon of society shouldn't be punished if they're doing something. But it just seemed like it's just a witch hunt on certain people. Now, who would have known, or who would know if she maybe convicted somebody that was connected to somebody that's a power? We don't know all that. We don't know if it's jealousy or lies. But me personally, I think it's all allegations and lies of a scorned lover that cannot reap the benefits no more. And that's what they do a lot of time. We all know that when people get mad at you, when you don't want to have no more to do with them, they'll make up any kind of story on it. But anyway, just want to hit y'all with this video. Let me know what you think. Like, subscribe. I'm out.